watch glitches and Flare Fab. King Karam did a really good video on the inflationary aspects of Flare networks and the Flare token. I thought it was great, but there's a couple of things that I wanted to respond to. So I think Karam gave the impression that delegation and staking are essentially locking supply of Flare and countering the inflationary aspects of Flare unlocks for, let's say, investors, so the vesting period, as well as the other inflationary elements of Flare. I think the argument is sound, but the logic was incorrect. So let's go through this. Delegation and staking of Flare networks. One of the benefits of delegating is that you receive rewards from delegating to validators who are providing time series data, and also reaching consensus of the transactions on the Flare blockchain. Now, when you delegate, you're not locked in. That's one of the benefits of delegation. You wrap your Flare and you delegate it to a validator. If you decide that you need to liquidate that position, you can unlock without any penalty. The only downside is you obviously stop receiving rewards, but there's no penalty there and you're not locked in. So let's be clear about that. The incentive to keep delegations is the rewards that you receive from them. It's not as if you're locked in a time contract and you can't liquidate those positions. You can. Now with staking, it's slightly different. Staking demands a minimum amount to be staked, 50,000 Flare, and the minimum period is 2 weeks. The maximum period is contingent on the validator that you choose and how much time there's left in their staking period. Typically, it's like they begin for 365 days, I think, and then when you, over time, that amount reduces for how long you can stake with a particular validator or provider. For institutional investors, you typically find that they're going to hold on to their staking, or they'll lock it up for a few months at a time. Very few of them, I think, lock it up for the whole year, let's say, or more than a few months, because they still want the flexibility of being able to either restake with a better, in quotes, validator, or to liquidate their position. But they don't want to do it shorted like every 2 weeks. I think, for individuals, like 2 week staking period is fine. That gives you a lot of flexibility to restake with different validators, play around with the rewards that you can earn, which is fantastic. But for institutions, that's a bit of a headache. And there is the slight tiny risk that if you